Now, this is one that when I saw it, it made me go, wee!
It became a little pig.
Yes.
Wee!
It made me go. It made me go veto.
That was a big pig.
Stargates are fucking real, Kyle. They're fucking real. They're real, you
Fucking
bastard.
nerd.
They're fucking real. They're everywhere, Kyle. There's Stargates all around us. We could be in a Stargate right now. You wouldn't know. We got one locked up, fucking Colorado Springs, below the goddamn mountain. I may be mixing that up with the TV show, but still.
He found this ring, a big ring, and didn't know what it was.
I wish I had a little tiny guitar so I could just pull it up and start playing. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the Kyles went higher.
But saw this strange writing on these strange symbols on this ring.
Did they look like pyramids? Where was Daniel Jackson during all this?
So then he
just want to believe in the Stargates.
walked through.
Stargates are real, Kyle.
As if they walked into another dimension.
And this ring, so the audience knows, we're talking like what diameter?
It's probably 25 feet in diameter.
Maybe an inch.
And the sphere was even larger than that.
Oh, as they walked into it, it was like a new world. As he explained in his diary, it was like a new world. And he couldn't figure out how he got from one place, an enclosed sarcophagus almost, into this open area.
Is this a portal of some sort?
Well, today we would call it a portal or a Stargate. I think we would refer to it today as a Stargate.
Stargate.
Because that's its real name. Doorway to Heaven. Stargate. Boom. Mistranslation. Daniel Jackson figured that shit out day one. This is easy. This is elementary shit, dude. Elementary shit.
I knew it was real.
Stargate's a documentary, Kyle.
Yes, from a Christian channel.
Kyle, they give up their hand in Stargate. They tell you what they're doing. And you don't realize it because it's a TV show. They tell you in the TV show that someone is writing a TV show based on the real adventures of a real military group that's going through the Stargate and exploring. In the show, it's called Wormhole X.
So creative.
No, dude, it's fucking Spielberg, or not Spielberg, Kubrick going, oh, look at this kid with the Apollo 11 thing on. Oh, he's going in room 237. Fucking right in our face, Kyle. They're doing it right in our goddamn face.
All work and no play makes steel gay. That's what Kubrick wrote.
It's all true, Kyle. It's all fucking true.
It is. I believe it.
The Stargates are here.
Back in those days, in 1928,
they didn't know.
They didn't know what it was. But when he walked into it, it was as if he was in a new world. It was an open area, plush pastures. He sees a river, which he assumed to be the Nile, and he sees almost a movie occurring.
Why is the Nile
showing
just a river
building
in another
he
fucking
assumed
dimension?
it was the Nile. Probably because of the pyramids. If you saw
what if you went to the Stargate and then you put your head in it, and when you go to the other side, it's just like the biggest pride parade you ever seen.
I mean, like, well, we need to dial a different destiny because you can dial them. They don't just go to one place, Kyle. They can go to many places.
Oh, it's like a phone?
Yeah, you dial it, and it connects to another Stargate, and you walk out.
These pyramids. And he's in there.
Of course, always pyramids.
Creepy Rob says it would be a great troll to know all the real stuff and just give subtle hints to laugh at the peons. That's what they do. They do that shit all the fucking time. How many years do we see movies about, like, man-made viruses? Just like, oh, start decimating the world? How long was the zombie craze?
No, you're right. And you know what? They also got rid of public telephone posts. Why? Because Doctor Who is also real. So they had to get rid of
Kyle, let's not be ridiculous. You can't time travel in phone booths. That's not real. We're talking about real things here. We're talking about real things like zombies and Stargates.
Why is it not real? And phone booths.
Kyle, there would be no way to create a trans-dimensional pocket where the inside of your phone booth is bigger than the outside. That's just not
Why
realistic.
not? Oh yeah, but Stargate.
Kyle, let's be realistic here.
Hmm.
Okay? We're talking about Stargates and zombies. Real things.
Okay.
maybe an hour, but when he comes out, he's been there for 3 days. He's been for over 72 hours because the crew that he came with.
Because traveling faster than the speed of light dilates time. That's one thing they never really dealt with in the Stargate show, was how time would be different.
It wouldn't be because of the travel, because the Stargate would be just like a fucking wormhole. It's like you're there. There's no traveling. You're here. You're there.
Because of the gravity of the different planets.
Supposedly that the things happen. The difference in time will be because of the different size of sun and
Yeah, the planets.
rotation
and stuff. Yeah, the actual
on
heavenly
that
bodies.
universe.
Yeah. Mm.
with were scared. They got out of that tunnel and got out into the open because they thought that they ended up on some other side.
Or swallowed them up.
Or swallowed them up. And so, but 3 days later, they come back out.
How many of the team went with him?
Only 2.
Only 2.
But there was 6 other team
Right.
members, 8 total. And so
That was SG2, obviously.
those other 6 left, but they stayed up in the area outside where they had an encampment. And eventually, 3 days later, the colonel and his assistant comes
Right.
back out, and he talks of this new world that they found, and that he knows now how these pyramids were built. He knows where they are located. He knows that there's tunnels under each one of them, and he sees these strange-looking
But it
beings.
was just a day in there.
And this is in his diary.
Right.
Strange-looking beings that are probably not from Earth. Now, he says this in his diary, and this is 1928.
Right.
So then decide to make another camp. They had to go get supplies to come back because they were only had enough supplies for, a few days or a week or something like that. But they did, and they brought more people back. This time they brought back from some local people. And they tried to explain through an interpreter to these local people what they had found. And
It's
these
just the
local
plot of
people
Stargate, right?
didn't want any.
This is real, Kyle. This really happened.
It's just a plot for Stargate.
Where do you think the movie idea came from, Kyle? You think Roland Emmerich just invented the
Yeah,
Stargate
but-
out of his head?
Yeah, but maybe.
Have you
this
seen
guy
his other
just
movies? He
got
can't
the
come up with
idea from the
anything.
movie.
He literally made an entire movie where the moon was stalking the characters like he was Michael Myers. Moonfall is
And
great,
that's
by the
also
way.
a documentary.
part of going down there. They seem to be aware of maybe the rumors or the legends about this particular tunnel.
Stargate Tunnel!
But the colonel didn't. He
No,
wasn't
just think
afraid to
about
go.
this for a second, right? In this other planet, this Egypt planet,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Nibiru.
Out there, there's a Stargate,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the one that the guys came in.
Yes.
But on the other side, the natives or whatever, they looked at it. They just look at it and like, oh, look at that. Should we go to that? No, just
No,
leave it there.
they
So
probably
they never
think-
go through.
No, if you're
Back.
primitive
They
enough,
never showed up on our stuff. They
if you're
just let it
primitive enough,
there.
Kyle, wouldn't it make sense that primitive people would assume that it is like some sort of magic, and that it's like exclusively
but
for
who
the
built-
gods?
But who built the Stargate? Who
Same
built the Stargate show?
The same people who made people. You know what? I'm siding with Billy Carson now. With Greg It's Kyle.
Right.
So he went back with another person, a different person, not the
He
same.
also says Stargates and wormholes are what queer astronomers call their assholes.
I'm telling you, dude, this is a Christian channel, and this is a
a
one of
Christian
those
channel,
testimony.
Kyle.
This is a testimony, and this is part of this dude's testimony. And at some point, it gets, and then the
I was
demons
abducted
and it was the
By
devil.
aliens from a Stargate,
telling
and
you.
Jesus
So
saved
this
me.
is some dumb evangelical channel. I'm telling you, and this is this.
Oh,
dude's
I would
testimony. I've
watch
seen
this
those
dumb
before.
evangelical channel.
that he went the first time. So they go down there. This time they're prepared. They have supplies, they have water, they have things. Because although they saw water going through there, they didn't know if they should drink it or not. Anyways, they walk through. This time he's close.
Because it wasn't really water. The locals were peeing.
To where they're building a pyramid. He sees these strange things in the sky that are flying around with these large bricks. He's stumped.
Large bricks, Kyle. Large bricks. What up, Ray?
What's up, people?
We're learning about the British Army colonel who discovered a Stargate in the Sudan in 1928.
You know what? I don't.
And everything
fucking
I've
doubt
ever
it
wanted has
anymore.
been vindicated.
I believe him 100%.
So apparently, this guy found a Stargate in Sudan, went through it, and found a river with a bunch of pyramids and spaceships placing bricks into place on said pyramids.
Jewish spaceships.
I believe him.
Well, we don't know that for sure. I don't believe the Jews ever flew a spaceship.
I saw the curly hair coming to the sides of the ships. It was like UFO discs.
You can't understand what these things are that are flying. Although during that time period, there were airplanes, conventional airplanes,
1928, right?
single engine airplanes. And in the 1920s, we had them during World War I. Right. Understand and couldn't rationalize what these other things were.
And they're holding these giant blocks.
Right. And it's like a movie. He sees these things happening.
Yes, it's like a movie.
Hey, Kyle, that
Stargate.
is an expression, you motherfucker, and you know that.
I don't know. I'm foreign.
You're doing exactly like what Twitter did that one time when I said Trump was shooting himself in his own foot, and I got suspended for a week because I was fucking talking about violence.
Yeah, I know. He just shot himself in his own ear. Like it's
You got
weird.
fact checked.
You got the wrong
Snopes
body
from-
part.
false.
Years ago.
Trump didn't actually shoot his own foot.
Watches this pyramid being built. But he also sees this underground area where there's
State
tunnels
9/11's
and there's
day
vast amount of people
bringeth-
working in certain tasks down there. Some people are baking. Some
Wait,
people
what?
are doing
Who
some
said
kind
that?
of a work,
Professor Grace.
like a painting or a carpentry work. And then some are lying down on what he refers to as a conveyor belt. And these bodies are like moving in to this tunnel. So
Are we sure this guy didn't just like eat like a weird plant down there and start tripping balls?
Are we getting into like some
It's about to be over.
sacrificial shit that they have like bodies and a conveyor belt going to a tunnel to be sacrificed? That's when the demons come in and Jesus saved him.
he's down there for about a week.
And then a two-brained black guy that was like 9 feet tall walked out from behind the bush.
Yeah, the conveyor belt would put black people in and they would come out white on the other side. It was crazy.
He's estimating. When he comes out, now he has a story to tell. He documents all this in his diary.
If he was a week down there when he got back, was he gone
His
for 4
diary,
weeks?
the script.
No, he came back and it was a week missing.
Oh, okay.
Missing time for a week. And then he goes back. Eventually gets back to the UK, and he tells his story to a society, and none of them believe him. They didn't believe him.
not.
They didn't believe a word he said.
All right.
Sounds like Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson knew the truth. No one would believe him, Kyle. Nobody
No one
would believe
would.
him. They left him out of all the fucking symposiums and seminars and conventions. They just laughed him up. Just laughed him away. This diary was written in 1928. How is he stealing from Stargate, Kyle?
Hey, man. Call me a believer now.
I'm confused.
Even though he had two witnesses, because he brought two different people, took two different people in there. So they said, no, we don't believe you. This is impossible. What you say.
So they shot him. Just right there in the society.
Back of the head. To the gallows.
Like, well,
No, it
this
was
guy's
in the
crazy. Better put him down.
1920s. Yeah, no, it was the gallows.
is not feasible, but he keeps this. Now, jump ahead to 1940.
And that's the end.
Oh no, it's starting to get good. What happens in 1940s?
Jump ahead to
Some
1940.
Germans got involved, huh?
We
Some
steal the Stargate
Germans?
back from Russia. Then these pyramids started ascending on Earth and try to attack us. And that's actually why we blew up Nagasaki and Hiroshima. To kill the aliens. You're like,
Dude, he was about to tie it in with Indiana Jones
right? I wanted to see that.
and the Nazis and all of that.
See, like these people, it was always
Yeah.
based on reality.
Of course, yeah.
Here's a map of the Stargates.
We didn't got one.
Yeah, that
Aw.
looks about right. No, yours is out in the ocean over there.
Yeah, you
For
gotta go
some
to Easter
fucking
Island.
reason.
That's
That's
chilly.
Got one in Hawaii.
What's that?
That's Teal'c.
I remember that.
He's a Jaffa.
Damn. Well, guess we'll never know the truth.
Maybe
Nope.
not. I guess we'll never know. We'll never
We'll
know.
Never know.
Hey, hope you enjoyed that clip or hated it. Either way, we're live Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube or over on Rumble at rumble.com/c/ministry of dude. Links are in the description. But you know what? If you really love the show, you can go right on over to ministrydude.locals.com, sign up for the Hammer Club, just a mere $5 a month. Get you access to all our bonus episodes where we really sink our teeth into the internet's most notorious, disgusting, and stupid characters. Come join us.